everyone. This is episode 3 to my brain-based coaching experience share. We're going to do something a little bit different this time, where I am going to share with you how I've used my game changer inclination, that's where I put my natural energy, on how I have applied what I've learned so far in this brain-based coaching program in other areas beyond coaching. Of course, always the top takeaways and how I applied those as well, and what to expect in the next couple weeks. So come along. For the latest Agile tips and trends on how to change the game using more of a people-centric, solution-oriented, outcome-based approach, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell to get notified as I post new videos every week, every Wednesday. The first one is choose your focus. Now, this is something that I really liked. It helped me look at things that we've always been taught, vision, right? Planning, and then getting down into the detail. It reminded me to make sure that we are staying out of the problem space and drama, as I call drama for your mama. And this is a great way to think about how to better position in getting someone to think about the outcomes before you get into planning on how you will achieve those outcomes, and then diving into the details of the specifics on taking to action. And so that is the clarity of focus of one of the ways in that process structured way of brain-based coaching. Now, let's talk about takeaway 2, objectivity. And this is the clarity of focus. This was really great for one major reason, and this is making sure me as in myself that I stay objective in order to help the coachee. So if I am getting personally impacted, where my emotions are going into that threat zone, then I need to make sure that I am providing awareness of what's actually happening to me and make a decision at that moment. What am I going to do with it? Am I needing to redirect the conversation in order to be both productive for the two parties? Do I need to actually acknowledge what is happening? What is it that I need to do to actually move forward? Is it maybe not a good time to actually talk about this? I have to start now not only thinking about the coachee and their emotions, but what am I bringing to the table, and making sure that I stay objective in order to better help them. Third takeaway, here's some key things that I wanted to share based on my experience and their considerations of the brain and how it used for online learning. So according to the Neuroscience, right, that they are talking about the 4 conditions to recall under pressure, which are attention, generation, emotion, and spacing. And so this framework, as they are thinking about how to position that, right? Because they are all about effective learning and activating that hippocampus, which is really going to get that creative, critical thinking, innovative learning space. And if you are in a training class and that is not getting activated, you might want to question, are you getting the best out of that learning experience? And start to think about maybe the choices that you make in these online courses that you sign up for. Do I want to do an all-day thing? When, guess what? The number one mistake is having it last all day, or they're even challenging a 2 to 4 hour session. My online learning sessions with the brain-based coaching, I meet twice a week in the evenings for only an hour and a half. And I can tell you right now, I'm loving it for a couple reasons. I'm liking it because I am able to focus on a limited amount of content, which is something that they also talk about is making sure that we are limiting, how much we actually focus on. The other thing is they have designed it where it is a build upon. So then when I leave, I can reflect, I can think about it. We actually have practice exercises, which is another thing that is recommended to ensure that it is being designed around that. Mistake number 2 is failing to make learning social. So all of our programs, or I should say the classes, every time that we leave, we always have something to do when we walk out the door, so to speak, when we get off the call in an hour and a half of our class. And so we always have that takeaway. And so they encourage us to talk about what we've learned with teammates, try to apply it at work and what might have you. So it's almost kind of like these mini, what they call spark assignments. The other thing is it's designed not around what they call net promoter score. It's actually designed around behavioral change. And so they have it in mind is what is changing within our behaviors every time we come back to class. So I'm going to have class tonight, and they're going to ask questions on what has changed since last week with us. And we might even be building upon on some of the exercises that we've already done and diving deeper into it. And we always are reflecting as what has changed. Where are we right now in our journey? And that is something great to kind of create that connective tissue. So I would love to know what you would be interested in my brain-based coaching series videos. And so if you can, within this video, comment below and let me know as I share throughout these months. All right, so we're gonna get into the fun stuff, okay? I think I'm gonna geek out here. Is that this is how I applied my game changerness. Yes, I'm a game changer strategist, as I've measured it from the GC index of my natural inclination. So I can't help myself but come up with all the different possibilities and ways that I can learn some of these techniques and tools and models from this brain-based coaching. And here's the first one, the SCARF model. So the 5 areas of social drivers, these emotional drivers that we all have, they are uncertainty, fairness, relatedness, autonomy, and status. And so what I did was I said, you know what? People could either take what I'm coming to the table with, presenting an idea or a situation, and they could either take it more as a threat or they could take it more as a reward, right? And of course, if I'm coming to the table with a new idea, I kind of want them on the reward side. So if I came to the table with my why statement, what if I actually thought about the 5 emotional drivers and how someone that potentially could have these, how I would create that why statement to address all 5 areas. And so I've actually broken it down where I will answer that question based on each of the 5 areas, and then I will sum it up in a nice a why statement that will include actually all 5. And that's what I've been doing. Now, another thing where I've thought about is that choose your focus. Now remember, that one's with the vision, the planning, and the editing. So I said, why not use the choose your focus for inspect and adapt and retros. And so now I'm experimenting is how can we create that vision, that outcome, right? What does planning look like in a lean startup, right? Measuring, validating hypotheses, and then getting into the details. How far do you actually go in the inspect and adapt and retros, where then the rest of it is really the experimentation during the program increment or the sprint. So that was another way that I actually took this model and repurposed it, using it in inspect and adapt and retros, outcome focused and lean startup style. That might inspire you to experiment as well on them. So our last segment is, what am I going to be looking forward to in the next couple weeks? So we're going to continue to build upon the dance of insights and really kind of get into how to apply it better. and with a new model called the Create a Model process. So I'm going to learn more about that. So if you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and be sure to share with your friends.